I'm not your gossip girl, I'm the headline. Truth with a curve, baby, redefine. Welcome to the thirst trap. All the truth looks good in a tight wrap. We talk love, power, soul, and sin. Turn the world on, let the light in. Yeah, the thirst trap news. You'll drink it up, it's the real you. Libertarian thirst bros, where every headline's a revelation.
Hey everybody. Oh my gosh, this opening sync gets really distracting. Whoa. Okay, I'm doing 2 shows tonight. So this, I know you probably weren't expecting me to come on tonight because normally it is the subscriber only show. That is Sunday nights. But what I'm doing is an hour-long episode for everybody here on Instagram and Rumble. And then after this show, we're going to take 45 minutes and do a quick recycle, and we're going to have a guest for the nightcap edition. That's going to be starting right after this one. He said, and it's so early, Mike says. Aren't you proud of me? I didn't come on late. But no. So yes, the nightcap edition coming on right after this. That's subscribers only on Instagram. So for all you Rumble people on this show, you got to head over to Instagram, Real Luna Lopez on Instagram, subscribe, and then, can you stay over there, please? And then you'll be able to see the nightcap show. What we're going to be talking about on the nightcap show is human origins. And this nightcap show is not going to be like a bunch of reaction videos. This is we're going to be talking deep. We're going to be getting into the nitty gritty of all the info that they don't want us to know. All the things they don't want us to talk about human origins. Jamal Jennings, have a good night to you. Hi, Jamal. Let's look and see who's joined. No Joe. Liebman, Papa D, AG Irish, what's up, honey? Mike says, oh yes. Who's next? What's up, shorty? Hey, who's next? How you doing? All right, ladies and gentlemen, patriots, survivors, and the political storm, and the stubborn few who still believe in the radical idea that America belongs to Americans. Welcome back. Tonight, we're talking about something that's been whispered about, denied, mocked, and buried under headlines, yet somehow it keeps crawling back into the light. The Uniparty. Not Republicans, not Democrats, but the political blob in the middle. You know, the WWE, basically. The warm, swampy center where both sides magically agree on all the things you never voted for. The Uniparty. The professional class of DC lifers who pretend to fight on TV, then eat dinner together in Georgetown like it's some Roman banquet. Because the performance is for us. It's not for them. Lately, the Uniparty has an obsession, a shiny dream, a global fantasy that they think you're too distracted to notice. A one world direction, a consolidated system, a political meager of nations. Merger, sorry. The globalist blueprint for a world with one currency, one set of rules, one digital leash, and absolutely zero consent from the people who would have to live under it. But here's where they messed up. They forgot who we are. Americans weren't built for empire. We weren't built for kings. We weren't built for centralized control. And we definitely weren't built to take orders from some international roundtable full of unelected experts who think freedom is an outdated hobby. This country was born because of a bunch of rowdy colonists that said, no, actually, we'll make our own government. And now the Uniparty wants us to hand that hard-won sovereignty over to global committees and digital ID councils, like they're offering us a coupon for free shipping. Absolutely not. Let me tell you something. A government big enough to run the world is big enough to erase individuality entirely. A system strong enough to govern every nation is strong enough to crush dissent in every language. A structure centralized enough to manage the planet is centralized enough to forget the value of a single human soul. And you know who becomes the enemy in the system like that? Anyone who says no. Anyone who resists. Anyone who thinks independently. Anyone who still believes in local power, community, identity, borders, culture, religion, family, town hall, accountability, and the Constitution. Anyone like you. Anyone like me. But the Uniparty doesn't want a nation of individuals. They want a nation of units. Neatly labeled, digitally tracked, emotionally exhausted, and too overwhelmed to push back. And the truth is, you cannot have one world government without first weakening every nation's spine. You can't erase sovereignty without first making people ashamed of it. You can't merge governments until you convince citizens that borders are rude and nationalism is outdated. And taking care of your own country is just selfish. But they underestimated something very old and very primal in us, the American instinct to resist. Independence, baby. We don't worship government. We don't bow to elites. We don't kneel for technocrats. And we sure as hell don't give away the Constitution because some international committee thinks it's inefficient. This moment right now, this decade, is the fork in the road. Not just left or right, not red or blue, not Republican or Democrat. This is local versus global. Sovereign versus centralized. Free people versus managed populations. And the key to resisting the Uniparty's globalist dream is not found in DC. It's found at home. It's in your school board meetings, your sheriffs, your state constitutions, your local elections, your town councils, your grassroots movements, your city budgets, your governors. Every strong nation is built from the bottom up. Every captured nation is absorbed from the top down. So if we fortify the foundation, the local power, we become unstoppable. Because a one world government cannot control what it cannot access, and it cannot access the hearts of a people who refuse to surrender their identity, their culture, their borders, their freedom, and their right to say, this is our country, not yours. These are our laws, not yours. This is our Constitution, not yours. And we will never hand America over. So tonight, as the Uniparty schmoozes and the globalists plan their next grand design, I want you to remember we are not the audience. We are not the extras. We are not observing history. We are making it. America was not meant to blend in. It was meant to stand apart. As long as we hold that line locally, loudly, and relentlessly, the dream of a one world government will stay exactly where it belongs, in the trash bin of history, right next to every empire that thought it could conquer the human spirit. And there you have it. All right. Yes. Noonzadam, keeping the family together, number one. Absolutely. Send all illegals back to where they came from. That's right, Shelby. They play the division game. Yes, they do. That's why local voting is important. It absolutely 100% is. Thank you, all of you, for sticking with me. Again, just a little reminder for all of you who are here, didn't hear the beginning of the show. Right after this show, we have the special edition that comes on Sunday nights for subscribers only on Instagram. And so for all my Rumble folks, you're going to want to head over to Instagram and subscribe over there for the subscriber only show that is called Nightcap Edition. We're going to be discussing human origins, and it won't be me reacting to brain rot. It's just going to be a intelligent stroll through archaic human history and the revelation of information they just want to keep a secret. Hope all you guys are doing well. Love, love, love the blue eyeshadow. Reminds me of the 1980s. You're so gorgeous and eloquent and gorgeous. Thank you. This is it's like a very dark blue, almost black. But these lights, studio lights, are so bright. You have to put it on so thick for you to even see any makeup. And without wearing makeup, I just look like a ghost. You just see my eyeballs and my teeth. All right. Here's what I got on the menu for all of you. The Gay Republican. Cancer is keeping you alive? Charlie warned us. Stopping ice. Significance of a braid. Europe is the values of the Talmud. Charlie Kirk theory. NASA rocket explodes. New Zealand is done fucking around. Islam and Western culture don't mix. Karens get instant karma. Telling grandma dirty jokes, princess treatment, and zero visibility. Let's go look over at Rumble. Hello, Data. How are you doing, my dear? All right. Welcome, Mr. Pede. And Shosh, Samuel Shosh. Oh, my hair is flat. Ooh. All right. After I'm done with my ritualistic self-deprecation, we are ready to get into lay videos. The Gay Republican. Let's see him.
I'm an American and I live in the United States. That's me, the Gay Republican, account based in the United States, connected via United States App Store. 27% of the US population logs on to X at least once a week. Tweets and what is happening on X can literally shape American elections. So imagine the public shock when X unveiled a new feature revealing where your favorite X accounts that influence your political opinions are based out of, and a massive percent of these accounts are not based in the United States. We learned a lot of things, like the fact that the MAGA civil war is pretty much entirely being brought on by third worlders in other countries, and that most of the people who hate Donald Trump and hate the Trump movement are not based in the US. In fact, a lot of influencers in general that talk in American politics are not based in the US.
But I am.
For example, the general at 1776 general is located in Turkey. Republicans against Trump, who make so many anti-Trump tweets on behalf of the Republicans who are disgruntled. Yeah, literally based in Austria. Jackson Hinkle, famed anti-Israel activist, account located in Burkina Faso, which is Africa. And Alex Soros, the child of none other than George Soros himself, his account is based in Africa. Please understand that the United States is the world's greatest superpower.
I'm about to write down all these names. I'm about to put them on blast when I post this show.
Every country in the world is trying to influence our politics for their own betterment. Whether that be Qatar, whether that be Saudi Arabia, you name it, there are foreign interests involved in our elections. Please make sure that you are making informed decisions about who is helping to shape your mindset about American politics. Make sure they are Americans and not foreigners.
I want to get those names again real quick.
I'm an American
the Gay
and I
Republican,
live in the United
there
States.
We go.
That's me, the Gay Republican. Account based in the United States. Connected via United States App Store.
Swag.
27% of the US population logs on to X at least once a week. Tweets and what is happening on X can literally shape American elections. So imagine the public shock when X unveiled a new feature revealing where
X is only having 27% of the population log on every day. That's kind of it's a lot, but way less than I would have thought. What did he say? Was it the I guess the world, but that would probably be bulk like Westerners, like British and American, I'm sure, Aussies. Yeah, because I think they block it. They block Instagram and China. Like, they have farms there, but I don't think their people are allowed to just get on social media like that over in the Asian areas or the Middle Eastern areas.
Where your favorite X accounts that influence your political opinions are based out of, and a massive percent of these accounts are not based in the United States. We learned a lot of things, like the fact that the MAGA civil war is pretty much entirely being brought on by third worlders in other countries.
No, I don't think Trump's gay at all. There ain't nothing gay about that dude. A guy that can say that another man is handsome and like be totally fine and not like condition his comment like I'm not gay though is definitely straight. Like, they're not homophobic. He's not homophobic at all. Like, you could tell if he was gay, he'd be homophobic. Mike Pence, there is the perfect example of an in the closet gay. Trump is not an in the closet gay.
And that most of the people who hate Donald Trump and hate the Trump movement are not based in the US. In fact, a lot of influencers in general that talk in American politics are not based in the US.
Are not. There we go. This is the guy. I've seen him before too. So I want to blast him. 1776 General _ And he got a verified check mark. He paying his $14 a month to get that thing. Okay. Whoa. Okay. There's comments. I got to keep remembering to check Rumble. Origins. Interesting. I've never heard someone lately talk about origins. I enjoyed my college class from Arthur Bones of Senshin. So we're going to be talking about data. We're going to be talking about Sumerian, early Sumerian human history. Monologue. I heard Alex give one of his first public speeches, and it went like this: stutter, 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 lol. Yeah. Well, that's why I write it down. If I start spitballing, I'm going to be saying ums and ahs and all that. So I write down my monologue so I don't do all that. Hey, Mike and Instagram. Makes sense. Musk is from South Africa. Why do gay men talk like that? Because they just feel sassier than you. And women, apparently. Because they just have extra zest. It's just what they do. It's their culture. It's how they learn to talk from other gay men. Because no woman talks like that. Like, there's no woman that talks like that. Actually, it was like the Valley Girl accent originally in Beverly Hills. And then the gay boys that were all, they were all moving out there because they were, in Hollywood and all the shit, models, Abercrombie, blah, blah, blah. So it just became like that Valley accent became like the way the gays talk to like let each other know they're gay. And then now it's just what they do. So there's the wisdom from a 40-year-old woman that was born in 85 in the peak of like, yay, we're gay. And then watched it all, go forth into the horizon. They have loose jaw muscles. So I worked at a nursing home during one stage in my clinicals, and when I was in nursing school, and there was like 2 gay men in there, mainly because they didn't have any family left. So because they weren't too sick or anything like that, but they had a room in there, and they both had to wear Depends because they could no longer hold their poo. It just comes out on its own because their sphincter is wobble. It's loose. Yeah, because you shouldn't be able to. I'm saying loose, like with a loose mouth. It's too loose. Yeah, and that was interesting. The nursing home was probably one of the most terrifying, repulsive, and heartwarming stages of my life. Oh. But then I was, because it's worn out. So they can't, their BMs just move. So they have to wear Depends because it has to catch it. And other than that, they were fine. They just didn't have anywhere else to live. So they were in a, You know, they needed more care than like assisted living, but they could take care of themselves, but they needed nurses around to like watch them, that kind of thing. Same thing with my cousin, and he would brag about that crap. Literally, grody. Ugh. Yucky. Grody. There we go. I feel like myself now. Hey, Arby. Welcome. The Donald Liam motherfucker. What's up? All right. Did you know that cancer is keeping you alive?
Tumor is working on keeping you alive. Cancer is not even an illness. Cancer is a symptom. We have so many toxins in our system that would kill us. So the body builds a bubble, a tumor, and collects all these poisons and keeps the poisons on one spot where they don't do harm. That's a tumor. So the cancer is basically your friend. So that's why it's so dangerous if anybody comes with a needle biopsy, and pinches into this tumor and releases the toxins into the system. And all of a sudden they find you have a very fast-growing, very aggressive cancer that you didn't have before the needle biopsy. Same problem.
This is 100%
with mammography.
real.
If the lymph nodes is really
So, jeez, man, this is taking it back. This is like all of the common information that was known when I was, in the 90s and everything, before they started censoring everything up and pharma really was just shameless about how there's such a cartel or whatever. So the body is trying to wall off the toxins that's going to kill you. That's why, exactly what he said. You've seen it happen so many times where they thought it was one cancer and then all of a sudden it changes, but they never say exactly why it changes. But you do know that after the biopsy, it all got way worse. Think about how many times you've heard of somebody where that happened.
full with toxins.
No, Mike, you're right. You never want to do a biopsy. Just cut the whole thing out. Don't even get near cutting the tumor.
And collects all these toxins, and then sometimes there's just too much in it. So it takes a while longer to get rid of these toxins. So when
can't no one fuck with me is on.
when you have a mammography, they put 50 pounds of pressure on the most gland-landed tissue in the female body, the breast. Usually it bursts, and that's what causes cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Every mammography raises the cancer risk 2%.
The sicknesses, like that big C word, is not the issue. That's your body attempting, like this gentleman said, to fix itself. The actual problem is your lifestyle, and we can solve that by making sure that our diet is functional. And our diet is functional if it's...
There's also other things that are factors too. I mean, the diet is the major factor in all of it. But, some cancers are hereditary because of gene mutations. Some are caused by toxins in the environment. Some are caused by, it's basically that. The result, basically a cancer is like a parasitic, it's very similar to a parasitic infection.
Nourishing the cells, facilitating detox, and have the components for repair.
Anything with capsicum is going to have very strong cancer fighting antioxidants. There's a lot of anything that's like red, orange, and yellow are going to be your highest indicators. Also, funny enough, cannabinoids, something your body should be producing on its own, is the strongest fighter against cancer cells. It's an antioxidant cell, and your body should be making them on our own. But Western society has calcified like different endocrine systems that we have in different areas of our body, like, for example, the pineal gland. Fluoride has calcified the pineal gland. Why? Because they don't want you talking to God. So there's another factor right there.
Detox, repair. You can do that.
Cannabinoids keep your body in homeostasis, so they want to disrupt that system, so you're dependent on the pharma cartel.
Your body will be in a state of health, and you'll have a fighting chance versus anything. Our sick care model of medicine is treating illnesses. It's just trying to fix the problem, not realizing that the problem isn't the symptom of a faulty lifestyle. That's the cancer, that's the headaches, that's the rash, that's the not being able to sleep. Those are actually your body trying to fix itself. And so getting rid of that makes the body even worse. So as long as we can fix that diet, then that'll get us into a healthy stance. And health is really what resolves all dis-ease. So you can do it on your own or comment the word ULT, ULT, and we have programs that...
Okay. So, go down a cancer rabbit hole. Go down that rabbit hole. You need to be very educated on, like, that kind of stuff. I want you to go down the cancer rabbit hole. Please. That's why it's a good thing to talk about. I mean, we all know somebody that has been affected by cancer. That's how my dad passed. I want them up, but they won't stay up. So I'm just giving in, letting the other one fall. But that's how my dad passed. He had Lynch's syndrome. So him and a couple of his sisters, they had just different abdominal cancers. Let me open up my Instagram and see how it's looking on y'all's end. Okay. Yay. Okay, cool. All right. Charlie warned us, folks. Let's look at this H-1B visa, folks.
There's never going to be a country like what we have right now.
And does that
the
mean
Republicans have to talk about it, Laura.
And does that mean the H-1B visa thing will not be a big priority for your administration? Because if you want to raise wages for American workers, you can't flood the country with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of foreign workers.
You also do have to bring in talent.
When we have plenty of talented people here.
No, you don't.
We don't have talented people here.
President. You know what, though? He's not wrong, because what happened with our educational system when I was running for Congress in the 2022 cycle, our 12th graders across the country were graduating at an 8th grade reading level. Our 8th graders right now are reading at a 4th grade level. So he's not wrong when he said we are lacking talent, because our educational standards went down the tubes with No Child Left Behind. Thank you, Bush, for that bullshit. Well, hello, Javier Vargas. Good evening, sir. Nice to have you with us. Mike said 56. No doctor for 15 years. No meds. Eat good and fast. All you need. I fast every day. Just don't eat until I'm hungry. You know? Just once I start eating, then it's like constant small snacking all the time in between meals, because I just have very fast metabolism. But I typically don't eat until like somewhere between 1 and 3 o'clock in the daytime. All right. Let's finish this video.
President Trump received and is continuing to receive a tremendous amount of blowback from this. I would like to read to you a post on X. This was posted by Charlie Kirk in the weeks before his murder. He said, "This is the social compact breaking down." And he posted a graph that showed the estimated percentage of 30-year-olds who are both married and homeowners. This graph starts in 1950 and goes through 2025. And you see that in 1950, over 50% of 30-year-olds were both married and homeowners. And it stayed, well, it dipped a little bit. It stayed within 10 points all the way through 1990. It was just under, maybe 44% in 1990. And then from 1990 to 2025, it dipped all the way to what appears to be 10%.
Look at the steep decline. And that is alarming to realize that I wasn't even 1990. I was 5. I didn't even stand a chance yet. Like everything just went while I was growing up into an adult.
1 out of every 10 30-year-old is both married and the owner of a home. And Charlie says, this is the social compact breaking down. We need urgency to restore it. Number 1, mass deportations. Number 2, stop the H-1B scam. Number 3, dramatically reduce legal immigration. Number 4, end chain migration and the visa lottery. Number 5, build 10 million homes for Americans. Number 6, crush the college cartel. The H-1B visa scam is a scam because it's become the rule. Companies across the country first look for H-1B visa applicants to hire because they can take advantage of them. They can
pay them way less.
Pay them less. They can demand more. Charlie Kirk had his finger on the pulse of the young demographic of President Trump's base, how they're feeling. What if President Trump took this opportunity and said, wait a second, our colleges and universities are failing to produce the type of specialty workers that we need for our economy, and so we are forced to resort to bringing foreigners in. And when we bring foreigners in, it's not just, oh, good, we filled that job. They bring social destruction for the American youth, the American worker.
That's the thing. It's been really hard. I've been listening to people trying to find jobs. It's been, if you don't already have one, it's not easy. This is kind of crazy, but this is what's going on. Y'all, I don't know if y'all remember, maybe last week I showed you that chart. 80% of H-1B visas are going to entry-level positions that our kids, our teenagers could be taking, our homeless people could be taking, our seniors who can't retire yet should be taking.
Maybe we focus on reforming educational institutions to actually serve the needs of our
Hi, Bert Givens. Good evening to you.
Economy, but also our society. On this topic, regarding this policy, H-1B visas, it hurts my heart because I wish Charlie Kirk were here today to make the case to President Trump.
I know. Well, you do it.
How young men in our country have been hurt by the H-1B visa scam.
Yeah, man. Trump needs to really freaking realize he is seeing it. I see what he's seeing, but he just needs, he's older. He's in his 80s. He needs someone else to be like, okay, that's one angle, but look at it from this angle, because he is not wrong in the fact that the educational levels are much lower than they are in Asia, you know. But we could solve that. We just need to look out for us. America only. Only hire Americans. Period. No more. We need to freaking, I'm telling you, we need the America only movement to, like, Trump needs to realize that we just upgraded MAGA. And he don't have a choice. Hey, Yellowtail. Was just about to say, I'm having the weirdest craving for sushi, and I want it so bad. It's 9:24. I don't think I can get any. And I need something to eat so bad because I want a vape. And I have my vape right in the jewelry here. And I've taken, like, I did take two hits. Or wait, I hit it twice, 3 hits. Once, and then another time, twice. But that wasn't until before the show. So I went pretty much the whole night and all day. No, I did go the whole night and all day without anything. I had to take an ibuprofen and a Tylenol because this headache is not going away. The Nick thing. So I hate it because I really just, the migraine thing is just, I wouldn't have been able to do my show. And I can't stay off of my show a bunch of days in a row, especially a week to what, Nick detox? I don't think so. It's just, it'll get easier. It's fine. I also realize I'm expecting too much out of myself because I'm like thinking I can just quit cold turkey like I could have when I was in my 20s. And I'm just going through a lot in my life right now. So I don't know why I keep expecting. Can you fix that light over there? It's never put in the right spot unless I do it. Dark over there looks really weird. Hi, gliding hands, road glide and sliding. So you ride a Harley, huh? The 10mm socket. Red MAGA gang. Hey, buddy. Okay. Y'all, I just found out ICE only makes $4,800 a month. ICE agents. Anyway, stop stopping ICE. Let them do their job.
Any idea how racist it is to blow a whistle at workers that are probably legal?
Yeah.
You're just alerting them that ICE is here and they're probably legal. That's very racist.
Exactly. You see? I guess this one got nothing to say. Boom! Ouch!
Any idea how racist it is to blow a whistle at workers that are probably legal?
Yeah.
You're just alerting them that ICE is here and they're probably legal. That's very racist.
Exactly. You see?
People don't realize like that's what that video where I said, guess what, you racist liberals, I'm 5th generation American, where are you going to deport me to? Remember all that? They're so blind to these white liberals, to their own racism. Excuse me. Remember? I'm still talking about it. You never know. I'm going to play it again. What was I saying? Oh, yes. How racist this is. They're honking, assuming that everyone that they see is brown. Do you know how many people have got on that video and said, because I'm brown, I'm going to be deported to a Hispanic country? I'm not Hispanic. I'm not even brown. I'm yellow. I'm like high yellow. But they just see they're the most racist people I've ever seen. I don't think like that. When I look at people, I'm like, are you American or are you not? That's where I'm at. Are you American or not? Oh no, Mike, don't worry about it. It's okay. There's so many like things online we can set up super easy. I was just trying to just offer you an opportunity to be involved if you wanted, but we got that in the works, so no problem. So yeah, but y'all understand what I'm saying, right? Them honking, yeah, you just assume they're illegal. That's racist. So funny. Anyway, let's listen. People remember Michelle and her fucking rant about white people and the pressure to wear white people's hair. This is another thing that really freaking grinds my gears, is like when they get mad when they see like white girls braid their hair, they say it's cultural appropriation, but it's like nobody fucking owns the braid. And in fact, the braid has been around in literally every culture, everywhere, since humans had fingers. And the braid has a very spiritual significance. And I'm found out not just in my own cultures, but also in the Native American culture. So it's really cool. So here's their significance of a braid.
A braid is so significant to us as Lakota people because in our culture, women are the next best thing to God. And the reason why we understand that and believe in that way is because I've never seen a male of any species give birth, only the females. They have a great gift, and that is to give life. And so we wear our hair in 2 separate braids as men to honor the women, because if it weren't for the women, we couldn't be here as men. And so it takes 3 strands to make a braid. 1 strand represents the higher power. 2nd strand represents the earth, which is also our body. And the 3rd strand represents our soul, our spirit. And all 3 are brought together as one. And so it's a reminder of how we must conduct our lives and through this walk of life. A braid.
The way the Vikings were very similar too in the way they viewed their women. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like birth was so coveted by men. Like the fact that we could give birth put women on a different spiritual level for them. And so I was really pleased to find that out. And this guy's an actor. He's been in Yellowstone. He's been in a lot of stuff. And he always has 2 braids. You will never see him without these 2 braids. So you could tell, even in the way he's talking, he's very sincere and he means every word he's fucking saying. But this is the problem. We have lost spirituality. We've lost respect for each other in the roles that we're meant for, and be able to revere and adore each other in the roles that we're made for. We're over here trying to chop it up, try to send it out to the chop shop and come back and all mixed, matched and all this stuff. Nope. But yes, I find the Native American spiritual system to be very close to the way I guess I naturally am, because it just makes sense to me. It's nature worship, and you know, can't get any closer to God than nature. But all right, Europe apparently is the values of the Talmud. Uh-oh.
Europe is the values of the Talmud. The Jewish sense of personal responsibility, of justice, and of solidarity. Europe is the values of the Talmud. The Jewish sense of personal responsibility, of justice, and of solidarity. Europe is the values of the Talmud. The Jewish sense of personal responsibility, of justice, and of solidarity.
Have any of y'all read my episode or listened to my episodes on the Talmud? Well, apparently, here we go. More takeovers. The EU president saying that Europe is the values of the Talmud. Just wanted to slide that in there. Don't have much to say on it. That's pretty obvious what she's saying. I suggest all of you buy a copy of the Talmud so you can understand what's about to happen over here once Trump leaves office, because once he's gone, I think everything is going to go to fucking hell. If you didn't listen to my monologue at the beginning, you probably should. Okay, let me go back to Rumble. It says... not brought to you by Pfizer. Actually, the male eel gives birth. Ew. Cool for an eel. I heard the Spartans made sure the women own all the property. No Spartan was afraid of losing property. Is that true? I don't know. I didn't know that. I guess it is true. I'm going to not buy the Talmud. Yeah, I bought it. I'm reading it. I'm reading it publicly for everyone, so we understand what the hell and why all this is. All this stuff that everyone's going, oh, it's just a conspiracy. No, it's not. It's right from their book. They're doing it. This says they're allowed to. So yeah, there we go. All right, Charlie Kirk theory. What is it?
Human didn't shoot him. You know what shot him? A drone. There's a muzzle flash behind him. There's a video of it. You can see the muzzle flash, but where it's positioned, it's an event, which no human being can be up there. So he's a patsy. They put him up to it. They probably said, hey, we're going to kill everybody you know if you don't get up there right now. I thought it was a drone the whole time, but I don't know
why
they coerced him to do it, the CIA. But meanwhile, while they were looking for somebody on the roof and whatnot.
Hey, Sweet Tea and me. And Slebron, child of God. Slebron. Clebron. I'm just playing with your username. I'm not trying to say it. I am originally from the Appalachian Mountains north of Atlanta.
Because they wanted Patsy to run along, and people were like, there he is, right? Meanwhile, the shot didn't come from the front, it came from the back. That is an exit wound. So he hit him from here, and it came out into exit wound. So there's military experts like snipers who did a whole assessment saying, I know what a shot looks like. That's an exit wound.
Yes. Yeah, because the blood shoots.
Yeah, but there's nothing on the backside of Charlie. So and of course, he doesn't know this at the time they made this, but I don't think the shot came from the back, because you would have seen it, they were able to see the footage from behind Charlie, and there was nothing on that side.
Shoots out.
Instead of like tucking in and then starting to spread afterwards.
Right. So I think he got shot by a drone. He was a patsy, because you're not even expecting that. You're not even looking up. You're like, wait, a drone shot him? Because you're not even looking for that. You're looking for a shooter. That's the perfect story. So how is it that this kid with a lazy eye, who's not even a sniper, and he has one perfect shot? You have one shot. And then he gets up there, changes his clothes, takes the shot, changes his clothes again, disassembles the rifle.
Impossible.
Wow.
Puts the rifle back together and throws it in a bush.
You saw what Candace said, right?
Yeah, it's completely bullshit.
She said that the dad said he never turned him in.
That's true.
Police, so that was a lie. What was the other one?
Well, the fact that going back to his history too. So he went to Utah State University. That actually has a program where the CIA has created a program called CAI. It's the Central Anticipatory Intelligence. They recruit there. And this kid gets a scholarship because he's super smart, 4.0 GPA, goes to the school and then drops out after one semester. That's because they recruited him. What sense does that make, right? So, and then mind you, the person who set up this whole program is a former CIA directorate. You mean to tell me this kid went to a school who has a CIA program, drops out after one semester, goes dark, and then pops back up and kills Charlie Kirk?
Perfect shooter, as always.
A human didn't shoot him. You know what
I don't
shot
know
him?
how I
A
feel
drone.
about all this video. I think some of it is, I think this is just a lot of it's clickbait. Because it just didn't quite track. Now, what is true is that the parents never turned him in. Tyler maintained his innocence the whole time, still is maintaining his innocence in jail. The family has been forced to put in witness protection and has been sneaking messages out. Yeah. MK Ultra. I agree, Mike. I always tell everybody you should watch Candace's podcast on the Charlie Kirk assassination. It will really open your eyes. Okay, next video. NASA rocket explodes. It gets hard on the zoom to keep it in the shot, I guess. Yeah. So my grandfather, who was a Mason, who left the Masons because he told me because he got abducted by aliens. He told me, that he believed that humans were quarantined from the rest of the universe. And when my dad chimes in later on in life, most people haven't noticed this in their Bibles, but the Bible talks about the fact that we are quarantined off from the rest of the universe, that there is some sort of force field or barrier to basically keep our plague of sin, if you look at it quite literally like a virus, from spreading around the rest of the universe. That seemed very cool to think about, but now, like, as I've gotten older and have been going and like really learning what all this stuff really means, I do believe that we did not go to the moon. I don't think we can go all the way outside of our atmosphere. I think we can orbit our Earth in the highest part of our atmosphere that doesn't have color to it, but still considered our atmosphere. But I think that the fabric of space is definitely not like air, like the consistency of like air. I look at it more as like a gel maybe, or something like that. How would all these celestial bodies stay suspended? And plus I have a telescope and I see what I see through that. And then I definitely think that our Earth is a globe, but I do believe that the firmament does exist, like in terms of quarantining us off, or maybe it's just the way sentient life can exist on a planet is some sort of firmament that keeps whatever the fabric of space is made of from, I don't know, but it's an interesting thing to think about, right? It's a really interesting thing to think about. It's like so many of them explode and all that stuff. But, you see Starlink, you see all these satellites, you can see them in the telescope. There's like this area where you can go into space and everything's fine. And then past that, it's a disaster. It's death. Okay. Y'all, there is something tickling the shit out of my nose, and I think it's a cat hair. Ah! Notice they started to call internet Ethernet. I just know that the internet and the Ethernet are different. Yeah. Okay. New Zealand is done fucking around, folks. There was a pro-Hamas march, and this group basically stood their ground with the cops between the Hamas group, and they did their tribal. It's very similar to the Polynesian. I guess they are similar to the Polynesian people, the Samoans, the Tongans, and that kind of stuff. They have these like warrior dances and stuff like that. And this is what they were doing. Take a lesson, America. This is all. Those of us who see ourselves as Americans, we need to take a lesson from this, because this is where we're going to end up here soon. Thank you, Haka. Thank you. I appreciate it. We need something like that, an American version, some sort of warriors. Freaking let's go, like this, like a theatrical, like don't test me. If we do this, we about to turn on. We about to whoop ass. This is we are summoning the angels of God right now. This is our fucking war dance. We're calling our deities. All right. Islam and Western culture don't mix.
This is actually Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam what do with Aisha. He saved her, and he married her when she was 6 years old. And
they're talking up. This is a Muslim cleric in America explaining that if a girl has her period, no matter what age she is, she's allowed to be assaulted.
There, when she reached the 9 years old.
And then he had sex with her
after that.
When she ready.
Yeah.
When she ready,
She
menstruated at 9 and then he had sex. When she ready, and they know that she is ready, they have the physical relation.
May I ask a question? Why do you consider that as pedophilia?
I think that a 9-year-old is still a child, so I consider having sex with a 9-year-old to be pedophilia.
But it has already passed that stage.
Okay, so he's saying that they consider the blood flow an adult.
She became an adult. She finished the stage and entered the new stage.
That she became an adult, and
with it is considered as an adult. She's physically grown.
That she's physically grown.
She has the ability to bear. Like if she gets married, she can get pregnant.
This is actually Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam what do with Aisha. He saved her, and he.
So he's saying no, they don't consider this pedophilia. Just point blank.
Married her when she was 6 years old, and he lived with her when she reached the 9 years old.
And then he had sex with her
After that.
When she ready?
Yeah.
When she ready,
She menstruated at 9 and then he had sex.
when she ready, and they know that she is ready, they have the physical relation.
May I ask a question? Why do you consider that as pedophilia?
He said, why don't you consider that as pedophilia?
I think that a 9-year-old is still a child.
Because he said a 9-year-old is still a child. And then that's when he explains, oh, because she has her blood. Yep. That's from the horse's mouth. We're just gonna move on to the next video. Karens get instant karma. Don't you like seeing a Karen get an instant karma?
Oh,
I'm one fucking.
yeah, it was actually.
And oh shit!
All right.
Like to do the right thing, and when you come through, he's taking out everyone in their Christmas
Nothing better
presents.
to do to take the fun away from everyone. Oh, that's it. Oh, well.
I hope you got that.
I did.
Good.
It's going straight on my Instagram.
Instagram, is that all you got?
I hope you
No, I
got
got
that.
TikTok as well.
Oh, TikTok, is that all you
Yeah,
got?
film this stuff.
The soap light.
Playing a game of whack fuck here. Whack.
I can't control where the city fucking puts it. It's trash. How about that? I got that on recording too. Sure did. I did.
Yeah. Have you ever had that one?
Flipped over.
Oh,
Yep. Satisfying. That's why I'm chill, man. That's why I be chill when I'm at the house. Telling grandma dirty jokes.
Did you hear about the new Viagra drug that came out?
Mm-mm.
It's called mycoxaflopin.
What's the hardest part about eating a vegetable?
I don't know.
Putting them back in the wheelchair.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Did you hear about the woman who
She's
broke
like,
up
"Oh my God."
up with the man for having a small penis? When his friends asked if he was okay, he said, "Yeah, I wasn't that into her."
Oh gosh. Brian.
What does a 9-volt battery and a butthole have in common? You know you're not supposed to put your tongue on it, but you still do.
Oh,
A gynecologist and a pizza delivery man have in common?
I don't know.
They both can scrape the cheese off the box for a nice snack.
Gross.
No, Brian, no.
Did you hear about the new Viagra drug?
These are just gross. Ugh. Ugh. Princess treatment. I would never want to be a gyno. Gynos are weird. Why do you want to be a gynecologist? Hey, AR-15 for you. I have an AR-15. All right, princess treatment.
If I had a chance to kill one of you motherfuckers, it'll be your ass. Fuck, nigga. Puss ass. If I had a chance to kill one of you motherfuckers, it'll be your ass. Fuck, nigga. Puss ass. If I had a chance to kill one.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, moving on. I feel like shots have been taken. Why are they all dudes? Okay. Zero visibility. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. I thought something was going to happen.
Zero bilibility, zero visibility, zero bilibility, zero visibility.
Be nice to the Indians. Jeez. Those cocksuckers. Visibility. All right. I'm starving. I have to eat. The subscriber only show is next on Instagram. All my Rumble folks, if you want to see that show, it is the one where we share a little drink together. I'm in some lingerie, and we are going to talk about human origins from Sumeria and the Astro gods. And I'm going to have a guest on with us as well. Ramen does sound delicious. But anyway, all right. I think going back to the chat in Rumble, I saw a comment that made me laugh, I think. It said, pedos belong in the wood chippers. Yes, they made it a cardinal sin in Florida. So you can get the death penalty for raping children in Florida, and it's wonderful. Okay. Please subscribe so you can come back and enjoy the extra fun we're going to have on the next show. Because, you know, sometimes it gets a bit tipsy in there. And we're going to have Miss Mary Jane will be gracing me with her presence. All right. I love all of you. Have a good night. Mwah.